Good morning, Krishna. Good morning, Aarti. Good morning, Preeti, Jalpa, Achyut, Bhavisha. Good morning and welcome to the class. So just 10 seconds, let others to join and we'll start. Ayushi, good morning. Functions of management, principles and practices of management is completed. We are starting functions of management. Okay, so just 30 seconds. See, feed forward control and concurrent control. What is feed forward control and concurrent control? What do you mean by, first understand what do you mean by control? It is a function. See, anyways, Bhavisha, we are going to study this particular control topic in the functions of planning. But I will explain you. See what happens. Control is a function of the management. Yes, someone wants to. Who is this? Yes, Shudha, good morning. Yes, Preeti. Yes, good morning. Preeti? नहीं बात करना, चलो ठीक है. So I will please make sure that your point from where you make a call is not disturbed. Feedback is future oriented. Feed forward. Ayushi, only principles and practices of management I have completed till now from PPM. Functions of management we will be starting today. Okay, trade union. Okay, now control as a functions of the management is a process through which you actually try to find out if there is any loophole between something which I formed as a standard and my actual performance. Let's take an example. I am a recruiter in the organization and I am given a target of 100 calls in a day or 100 recruitment in a month. So control process says that by the end the process gets over, or you can say the months get over, a proper performance check has to be done. That is a controlling process is to be done. Now when I apply a control system, why the control system is important? To make sure that whatever the standards have been raised, the person is actually performing as what is required by him. So control process first frames certain standards of performance. It waits for the actual performance being done and then evaluated, means it tries to find out if there is any kind of gap or the difference between the actual performance and the standard. So if let's say 100 is my target for the month, by the end of the month, this 100 is being achieved or not. If I was able to do only 80, it means somewhere 20 are missing, and why this is missing, what is the reason? Then the corrective actions would be taken as per the evaluation. Now what is feed forward, what is concurrent, and what is feedback control? Feed forward. So this is something which is done before the control process start. Example, I am the recruiter who has been newly employed in the organization. My target is 100, but employer is aware that I am new into the organization, so it may not be easy for me to achieve those 100 targets easily in the month. So what they would do, they would previously, before the process start, So feed forward is before actually performance start, before the process start, applying the control system. What would be the employer doing? Employer would actually provide me training. Employer would keep a supervisor. He will keep a supervisor to make sure that I'm not making the errors, right? So that is feed forward control. Feed forward. Concurrent control is while I'm doing my performance, making sure that I'm not doing any process wrong. Again, supervision can be there. Again, there can be a kind of an you can say notification that this process is wrong or this way of doing is wrong. That is concurrent while the process is going on. And what is feedback? After complete work is completed, ठीक है, पूरा काम खत्म होने के बाद में जो मेरी परफॉर्मेंस को चेक किया जाता है उसे हम कहेंगे फीडबैक कंट्रोल. इज दिस क्लियर? सो दैट इज कंप्लीट कंट्रोल प्रोसेस. चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट टुडेज सेशन. दैट इज द फंक्शंस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, जहां पे हम ये सारे टॉपिक्स पढ़ने वाले हैं. Preeti, Yashoda, Shivani, good morning and welcome to the class. Let me just, sometimes my pen tab does not work. Just a second. Okay, is this slide visible? I hope that's it. It is visible, right? Rashmi, good morning. Geeta, good morning. Okay, fine. So we have completed the principles and practices of management. Keep on revising the things. Now, first thing that I want to make you understand. अगर आप कोई book refer कर रहे हो ना, if you are referring the books either for PPM, like usually people refer LM Prasad, Truman, or Arihant. LM Prasad is like, okay, this is a textbook, very good, you can refer it. Like principles and practice. Similarly for OB, if you are referring LM Prasad and Robbins, Gary Dessler, fine. These texts are good. You can refer them if you are referring, if you are studying them. But remember, whatever in mere PDF mein, whatever notes I am providing you, it's not just one book I am taking into consideration. There are multiple books. Like when I am teaching you human resource management topic, Gary Dessler, Ashwathapa, and few research papers and few more books. Okay? These are all something which I am referring to make your notes. The reason is, from each and every source which I am using, the questions are exactly taken up from there. Tomorrow's class, when I will explain you the PYQ, ठीक है, बहुत सारे ऐसे अभी जून 2023 में ऐसे क्वेश्चंस हैं, whatever PDF I have provided वहां से directly content से questions आए हैं, ठीक है. So जो ये PDF है ना, whatever notes I am giving, it is a comprehensive accumulation of research papers and number of the books. So if you study this PDF, आगे रेफर करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. बट हाँ, अपने पर्पस के लिए, अपनी स्टडी के लिए यू कैन ऑलवेज रेफर द टेक्स्ट बुक्स. ठीक है. When I'm teaching HRM, I'm using this all sources. When I'm teaching OB, I'm using Robbins. One more book is there, I'm not able to remember the name. Then research paper, I'm using this. ठीक है. अब Truman और Arihant, this is, yes, PYQ if you are doing, you can do from your this, but there is lot many mistakes. So whenever you go through this book, make sure you are rectifying those mistakes. You're not by hearting or reading out those concepts which are wrong. Okay, when I am teaching you labor laws, when I am teaching you legislation, when I am teaching you social security, I am using labor ministry sites, official, whatever data related to social security, labor laws is available on official site. PRN Sinha, Pyali Ghosh. Okay, one more book. I am using these all books to prepare your notes, and you yourself can match those who are already doing my classes, when the PDF is being provided and the PYQ, you will actually see the line word to word, they are actually written in the PDF. I'm not talking about what I'm going to add now, but which has been previously added. Okay, so you can trust this PDFs, trust this notes, and this you will have the question from this particular PDF at least 80%. Okay. Yes, coming. Who is calling? Someone wants to talk. Ayushi. Yes. Yeah, Ayushi. Ayushi. Is this by mistake? Make sure that. See, if you want to talk and it's not by mistake, you want to make sure that before you make a call, you write in the message section that you want to talk or you want to ask audio by verbal. See, Ritika, there is no as such change in syllabus. एक बात याद रखिए, when you are doing certain पेपर, जैसे 2023 जून और उसके पहले जो मार्च में जो पेपर हुआ था, दोनों में इतना syllabus में as in officially there is no change has been made because there is no official notification. But every time NTA is asking, okay, every time the NTA is asking something which is add-on thing into your syllabus. So I'm trying to cover everything which is being new added. So you don't have to take the tension about the syllabus, whether the things would be covered or not. Everything which is newly added would be covered. And that's why my PDFs or my notes are always changing every cycle. Every exam there would be upgradation in the notes. तो अगर आप इस साइकिल के लिए पढ़ रहे हो और कोई दिसंबर साइकिल के लिए पढ़ रहा है, दोनों में कुछ ना कुछ एडिशन होगा, दोनों में कुछ ना कुछ नया होगा. ठीक है, ठीक है. चलो, let's start the today's session, functions of management, right? So now functions of management, principles or practices we have finished. Keep on revising it, at least weekly you should revise it. We will do the MCQs before in the classes. Already unit 1 करके एक पूरा 100 questions का test is available in the course. You can solve that. Mock test is also available. Okay, so you can practice them. Other than this, we will do more MCQs. Fine. So functions of management. Before we move this, tell me the author who is known as or who is associated with the management process, or who is known as the father of management process or process schools of management. Why process? In functions we are actually studying a process, different functions. Who is the author? Answer. Huh? Henry Fayol, not Ducker. Father of process, Henry Fayol. Father of management is P. Ducker. I'm talking about process management. दोनों में confuse नहीं होना है, ठीक है? हाँ, Ducker is father of management. Henry Fayol is the process management. ठीक है? Also, Henry Fayol is the father of modern management. Who is the father of modern management? Henry Fayol. ठीक है? चलो. Okay. Now, before we move to functions, we need to understand, this is very, very basic. You all have studied the management. You all are management students, so you know what do you mean by management. So when I say management, it is nothing but a process or an art of getting things done through others, by other people, other team, in an systematic, in an effective manner. Effective and systematic. Systematic means which is pre-planned. Management is always, or managers are the one who try to achieve something which is being standardized, something which is being principalized, something which is mentioned in the rules. So managers are always who try to make the things or achieve the things which are systematic, in a systematic way as per the system, and in an effective manner means as per which is being targeted. Management is a process of getting done things done through other with the help of some basic activities. And what are the activities involved? Planning, organizing, directing, coordinating and controlling. This is again important. It is referred to a body of knowledge, a practice and discipline. Tell me the author who has defined management as a discipline as well as profession. Quickly, who is associated with this term that management is a profession as well as a discipline? Yes, the answer for this is Ducker. Okay, not Fayol. Why you're getting Rajshekar? Why you're getting confused today? ठीक है, give me a second. Okay, chalo. So now that is your discipline and the profession. It is also described as a technique of leadership, decision making, and a mean of coordination. Who defined decision making? Quickly in the comment section. Who defined management as a decision making skill or a decision making? Management is nothing but a decision making. Yes, Herbert Simon, correct. And who has given the principle of coordination? Who has given? Name the author. Coordination, mainly associated with coordination. We studied in Principles and Practices of Management. Author who is known as Mother of Management, Modern Management, Mother of Modern Management, Mother of Modern Management, Coordination. 4 Principles of Coordination, Mother of Mary Parker Philot. Yes, Notes have also talked about coordination. Gantt has also talked about coordination, but management as in coordination is given by Mary Parker Philot. Okay? So these are the names which you should be able to recall. Fine. Now few characteristics which may be asked in the exam, like which of the following are the characteristics of managerial process? Management. Which of the following are not the characteristics? So the first one is management is a managerial process. Managerial process means what? A single person is not involved in management. It is actually performed by a body of the people, those who are headed by the manager. Neither a single manager would be able to do, neither the individual would be able to do by themselves. But it is not individually, it is not alone, but it is the process by the manager who manage the people under him through the leadership, through the authority, through the direction, through the control within the organization. That's why it is said managerial, means the process of managing the things, managing the activity, managing the people, managing the complete organization. So management is a process and not merely a. Those who perform this process are called manager. Exercise leadership by assuming authority and direct others to act within the organization. Management is a social process. Now again the same description. Why social? When we talk about social, it's about society. When I talk about society, it is more than one person who are actually interacting with each other. Those who would be having an interpersonal interaction with each other, influenced by the environment, influenced by each other's perception, each other's motivation, each other's requirement, each other's desires, and so on. So it is a social process which take place through the people, by their interaction, by their coordination, by their team effort. So it is a social process. The importance of the human factor in the management cannot be ignored. Manager's job is to get things done with the support and cooperation of the subordinate. Management is action based. Why action based? Because things are being managed. Either it is sales, either it is profit, either it is process, either it is team. There is always an objective to achieve something through the process, right? So it's not something which is a philosophy that through management we would be able to bring peace in the society. No, not something philosophical. There is always certain objective, there is always a result oriented process which is being done by management, and hence it is called as an action based. So it gives importance to the concrete performance through suitable actions. It is an action based activity. It is result oriented concept, not merely an abstract policy philosophy. Management involves achieving result to the efforts of other. Kya hai management? Who are the manager? Manager does not do the things by himself. He actually get the things done by the other. So what is the work of the manager here? He is just trying to direct the people in the right direction, guide them, motivate them, and let them understand that what is your expected performance. So this is what the management do, that achieving the result through the efforts of other. Hence management is acting as an activating factor. It is making the process active. It is making the people active. It is a group activity. I hope this is very very understandable, not required to explain that a single person cannot be a manager or management. It is a group activity, right? Group efforts are required, team efforts are required in order for a functioning of organization. Management is intangible. Intangible, can you touch? When you go in certain organization, wow, this management is very soft. No, something intangible which you cannot see directly, which you cannot touch, but you can feel it, right? You can notice the presence. The company's management is very good, the things are getting done, right? Governments, the system is very good. So management is invisible, intangible, which actually by its own existence guide and motivate the people. If there is good management, people are motivated to the work. But again, it's not tangible, it's intangible. All pervasive. Either it is lower level, either it is middle level, either it is higher level, either it is in one department, two department, either it is activity, either it is hierarchy. Management occurs at all level, all functions, and almost the process is same everywhere. So it is all pervasive. Management is art, science, as well as profession. Science, why science? Because there are certain methods. By following those methods, you get a desired result. Why art? Because every time when you deal with this situation, you should know the art. You should be aware that every situation is different and you have to deal with accordingly. Profession, any person who wants to pursue the management can learn it through as a profession and practice it, right? It can be cultivated, the knowledge can be developed, right? It is a body of knowledge. It aims at coordination of activity. The coordination is essence of the management. The reason is every hierarchy, every department, everything, management is possible only when there is coordination is there. Things will work properly only when there is unity of the activity and harmony. So for whole business, coordination is main thing. Therefore management is coordination of activity. Management is different from ownership. Very important. This is your PYQ. Why ownership is different from management? Because management only deals with managing the activities of business. They does not own. Being a manager, it doesn't mean you are an owner of the company. You are just managing the activities. You are not the owner of those processes. You are not the owner of the machine. If it is provided to you, you are manager, right? So there is a separation of ownership and the management, and it is the main feature of modern business organization, that if you are manager, it doesn't mean you are owner, right? Your ownership is separate, your management is separate. So these are the different characteristics of the management. Is this clear to everyone? Yahan tak understood? Chalo. Now now there is a concept, or there is an different definitions given by different authors. Okay, I will show you something. Management is defined in a different way by different author. Few have defined management as an art of getting things done. Some have defined it as in process. Some have defined it as in science of decision making. Few definitions I would let you know, which you have to by heart them, and it is being asked in exam. Mary Parker Fellot, Hal Nutz, Henry Fayol, George R. Terry, F.W. Taylor. These are the definitions which are asked in exam. Others, what you would do, you would remember the names of the author who have defined management as an art. So Mary, Harold, J.D. Mooney, A.C. Riley, they define management as an art. Who defined management as a process? Henry Fayol, George R. Terry, James Lewis. Then we have Newmans and Summer, right? They have also defined it as a process. Donald J. Clark, Roose Moray, F.W. Taylor, Keith Glubin, Herbert Simon has defined it as decision making. That's it. Just go through the definition once, which I have marked as star. This definition you should be aware. Baki, you should be knowing the author. Now, let me know, do I need to read these definitions for you? Would you be able to understand it by reading by yourself? Correct. Rashika. We'll come to this. Different processes. We'll come to this. Do I need to read the definitions? You are well matured enough to understand, right? Sure. So why I'm skipping, rather than wasting the time on this, we would be doing something which is really very important. Explain. You want me to explain? You want me to explain? Preeti. See, I will give you the basic understanding. When I say art of getting the things done, matlab, it is a process through which you are. Yes, you want to ask something?
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Once you read the definitions and give us the code, how to remember the definitions.
Okay. I will give you the keywords.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so this is what is important. Actually, she asked. I will let you know. Mary Parker Fellot has given art of getting things done. She has defined art of directing the activities of other person reaching enterprise goal. It is also suggests manager carries only directing function. So direction is the keyword for Mary Parker Fellot. Hal Nutz, art of getting things done with the people formally organized group. Again, art of getting things done, but by formal. Formal means something which is deliberately created. Okay. J.D. Mooney, directing and inspiring. So this is directing and inspiring. It not only direct but motivates the people. Again, it is art of getting things done, but how? By directing, inspiring or motivating. Okay. Next is management as a process. So when I say process means it will go through stepwise step. One logical step, then another. So Henry Fayol is the first one who actually gave these steps, 5 functions, POCCC. Planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, controlling. Remember them in the sequence they are put. You have to remember the sequence also. Now, what George Terry have given? George Terry have also given a distinct process, activity of planning, organizing, actuating, control, POAC. James, task of planning, coordinating, motivating, controlling, PCMC. Lewis Allen, simple definition. Then Newman's, POLC. Newman and Summer, right? They have given this. So this is the keyword processes which you can remember. POSDCORB. I hope I'm right here. Tell me the author who have given this process. we did it in ppm section. ppm के क्लास में हमने ये किया था. Who have given this? Please correct me if I'm if I'm wrong in writing the complete. Gulick. Yes, right? So Luther Gulick, yes, correct. So this is how you have to remember the things. ठीक है? Should I move ahead to next? You can just write it down by yourself in your notes if you're writing it, or else it would be provided. Rashmi, yes. You wanna ask something?
मैडम, एक्चुअली जो पीपीएम में जैसा माइंड मैप आप बना के देते हैं ना, वो जो तो फंक्शन मैनेजमेंट में बना के तो अच्छा होता.
सी रश्मि, मैंने आपको पहले ही बोला है, इसके पहले के क्लासेस अगर आपने मिस किए हैं, आई विल मेक दोज नोट्स, बट यू हैव टू गिव मी द टाइम, बिकॉज एडिंग न्यू कंटेंट, राइटिंग इट डाउन विल टेक टाइम. Once I'm ready with it, I will definitely share with you. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep it for myself only. ठीक है?
Yes, yes. वो माइंड मैप, पीपीएम का माइंड मैप बहुत अच्छा होता है, तो पूरा का पूरा सब कुछ है, पूरे के छोटे के कंप्रेसिव है.
8 papers, it is 8 pages, and in 8 pages you completely revise PPM, right?
Yes.
उसके अंदर कुछ भी नहीं है एक्स्ट्रा. अगर कुछ बचा हुआ भी है तो आप अपना हैंड रिटन से ऐड ऑन कर सकते हैं उसके अंदर में.
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
Okay. संयम, POLC is planning, organizing, leading, controlling. POLC, planning, organizing, leading, controlling. ठीक है? Newman and Summer. चलो, let's move to the next. Arts and science. So Donald J. Klug and Herbert Simon both have defined management as in decision making. Rose Murray, again, decision making. Decision making cannot be only function of management, even though it is important. इन्होंने कहा ये decision making है, but it is not the only function. It is one of the function of management. F.W. Taylor, cheapest way of getting the things done by other. Goethe and Glubin is the force that factor integrates men and physical plant into the effective operating unit. So here F.W. Taylor, Donald J. Klug and Herbert Simon's definition is important, which you have to by heart it. Others is like no need. Here in previous slide, the processes you should know, because this is already a PYQ asked in exam twice, that you have to match the authors and the processes. Okay, sure. Let's move to the next. Objectives. Now this is again important. What are the different objectives of management? Now I will explain you in coming when we will be studying the planning function. We have goals, we have objective. What is the difference between objectives, goals? We have strategy. Okay, we have plans. So how plan, strategy, goals, objective, vision, mission, they are different from each other. Now this is really very important. Every time, every another year, there is a question asked from here. So we'll come to that. Before this, objective. What are the objectives of management? To relate to this, see, every organization has got certain goal. In order to achieve that final goal, certain small objectives are created. Okay. So what is management's objective? So management objectives can be divided into 3. As in complete organizational objective, social means society, where it has to serve the society, non-business objective, and personal objective means the individual objectives of the employees working in the organization. So when I say organizational objective, management's main responsible is to achieve this organizational objective. So it's not only achieving them, but management is responsible for setting them and achieving the objectives for organization. And the main purpose or main way of doing this is to utilize human and material resources to maximum possible advantage. So this is called as utilization, maximization, maximum utilization or maximization of the resources. It means if I have a certain person called A, Management's responsibility is to analyze its strength, weakness, and his opportunities where he can be used. What are his drawbacks? Once the management have done this analysis, management should be able to maximize his potentiality, means put him at the place where he can give maximum productivity, not only fulfilling his individual need but also the organizational. So what is the main purpose of main organizational objective of management is to utilize the material and human resources. While doing this, while achieving this, or while organizational objectives are targeted, three important things are targeted. First is survival, profit, and growth. The first and very basic objective of a management is to survive. If I'm not able to survive in the market, how would I will earn profit? How would I grow? So the first is the business survival. Management will make sure that the organization is earning enough to overcome or dominate the cost. It should earn the revenue to fill up its cost. Cost should not be more than what it is earning. Then once it has made survival possible, now it's the profit time. Earn the profit. Come up with the strategy, come up with the programs, come up with the plans and policies which will help the organization to earn the profit. Once they have earned, now find out the ways, now find out the alternatives where business can be broadened, where the scope for the business can be increased. So these are the three basic under organizational objective. Social objective, corporate social responsibility, non-business activity, where they not only add to the nation's economy, but also it is using methods which are environmental friendly, not creating pollution, making sure the society is a place where people can live freely, giving the welfare facilities to the employees. So all non-business facilities comes under non-social comes under social objective. Then providing basic school, crèche, and so on, that is the social. Personal objective, see, whenever the organization hires any person or individual joins any organization, he joins for his own need. क्या कोई भी एक ऐसा इंडिविजुअल होगा, no, I want to gain profit for this company, that's why I want to join? No, every individual who joins the organization, he has his own need, his physical needs, his social need, food, clothing, shelter, security, then affiliation. So these all are the personal desire an individual is having. His growth, his potentiality, his recognition need, his status need. This is all what an individual is looking forward when he joins any organization. So organization or a management should be able to recognize those individual requirement and accordingly take the steps, like providing incentive, proper peers, proper perks, recognition, personal career growth, development, training and development. So making sure that organizational objectives and the individual objectives are going hand in hand. So these are the objectives of management. I hope that's very, very clear. Another very, very important point that we are going to study is levels of management. Up till now, everything is clear. This is very basic, very, very basic, जो आप अपने मैनेजमेंट में पढ़ चुके हैं. बट यहाँ पे कुछ चीजें, कुछ कंसेप्ट हैं, वो आपको जानने और रिलेट करने जरूरी है. ठीक है, चलो लेट्स मूव. Okay. Now, levels of management. Now, what is this level of management? Why there was a need to differentiate, or why there is a requirement of differentiating these levels of management? First of all, understand there are three levels, three basic levels, or three basic broad levels of the management: top level, middle level, lower level. How they are differentiated and why they are being differentiated. So there are two factors depending upon the degree of utility. Degree of utility means the way the things are being used, or to the extent the authority is being given. So degree to which the degree of utility of the function differs from different managerial job. So if I am sitting at the top, I cannot inculcate myself or involve myself into day-to-day activities. Reason is, If I am inculcating myself on involving myself in day-to-day activities, who will plan the business, who will design the product, who will design the business strategy? So depending upon the degree of importance and degree of utility, the different levels have been divided. This difference arises because of existence of various levels of management in a typical organization. The level of management, now what is level of management? A line of demarcation between the various managerial process difference, which is creating a difference between the level. Now broadly, there can be three level: top management, which is called as administrative level. We will study the characteristics and responsibility of a top level. Middle level, which is called as executory, which act as a link between the top and the lower level. And lower level management, supervisory, first line manager, or they are also called as operational manager. Now, basis of this managerial levels, they have the skills also. So we'll learn the skills. There are three kinds of these skills: conceptual, technical, and human, given by the author. We'll come to this, but this chart is which is very important. Level is top, middle, supervisory, which is the lower level. What are the duties and responsibility? Planning, policy making, quality control, evaluation, resource. So you can see these all are administrative level. Then we have execution. Whatever the duty, whatever the policies are framed by top level management, they are actually executed by middle level management. When I say executed, let's say the top level management have said we are supposed to reach on the top of the market. So this executive level will actually divide or bifurcate this whole objective of organization to reach the top through execution, means dividing this complete main strategy into parts. Like we can reach the top in the 2 months or 6 months if we are able to achieve 100 product, 1000 product, 20 sales. If we increase by sales by 20%, 30%, 40%, and so on. So this is what execution. Once they have analyzed that what all activities are required, they will communicate the same to the day-to-day activities or lower level management, who would be actually responsible for routine and other day-to-day operational work. Is this clear to everyone? I will come to the skills later on. Now, top managers, they are administrative, right? They are also called as first level manager. Lower level are called as first line manager or operation manager. Please remember the difference: first level manager, first line manager. Now when we would be doing the questions related to these levels of manager, some places sometime first level management is used for lower level, but it is depending upon the question, how the question is framed, how the options are asked. So I will let you know how to analyze the questions when we will be solving MCQs. So top managers are the most senior executives. These are the responsible for making policies, procedures, strategies, standardization, controlling, evaluation, allocation of the resources. They are the one at the position like CEO, COO, VP, right, and so on. Main activities they deal into is determining objectives and policies, design the basic operating and financial structure of organization, provide guidance and direction, lay down the standards and performance. तो जहां पे भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का ढांचा, स्ट्रक्चर बनाने की बात आएगी कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऐसी होगी, वो इस सिस्टम में काम करेगी, वो इस पॉलिसीज को फॉलो करेगी, इन ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को अचीव करने का काम करेगी, ये फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रक्चर होगा, यहाँ पे ये रिसोर्सेस एलोकेट होंगे, ये टॉप मैनेजर्स डिसाइड करेंगे. मिडिल लेवल मैनेजर्स is also referred to as executory. They are subordinate, इनके junior of the top level management, responsible for organization and direction to lower level. यहाँ से आए हुए policies को bifurcate करके, divide करके lower level को execute करवाना, उनको समझाना. They interpret and explain The policy is framed by the top issues in the detailed instruction. So इन्होंने बताया हमें टॉप पे जाना है, ये तो इनको समझ में नहीं आएगा ना कि टॉप पे जाना है तो मुझे डे टू डे में करना क्या है, क्या करना है. आई हैव टू इंक्रीज माई प्रोडक्टिविटी. जब उनको बोलेंगे आपको 100 की जगह आप 100 प्रोडक्ट बनाने, ये उनको डे टू डे एक्टिविटी में समझ में आएगा. सो एक्सप्लेनिंग देम एंड गिविंग द डिटेल्ड इंस्ट्रक्शन इज मिडिल लेवल मैनेजर. पार्टिसिपेट इन ऑपरेटिंग डिसीजन, ट्रेन अदर मैनेजर्स. ठीक है. Lower level management. Lower level management is also known as supervisory or operative level. They plan day-to-day operations, assign the jobs to the workers. They provide supervision and control. Again, daily supervision. They control the daily activity. Work, arrange material, tool, equipment, maintenance, discipline, and so on. So these are the 3 levels of the managers, which are basic bifurcation in any of the organization. Is this clear to everyone? Nahi, Natsan Khan has given skills. ठीक है, clear? चलो. Now moving to the skills. इसके बाद में we will be studying line managers, we will be studying staff manager. Before that, before you understand line manager and staff managers, skills are important. There are 3 skills given by Robert L. Knotts, or Katz, however you you can pronounce it at your way. Technical skills, human skill, conceptual skills. Technical skills are the skills which are specifically associated with the job. मेरे को कोई भी काम करने के लिए, for doing any kind of work, what are skills are required. For example, if I have to do the recruitment, I should have good communication skills. I should be able to read the JD properly. I should be able to interpret what is written in JD and accordingly communicate these same to my candidates. So when you are actually having those skills which is specifically required for doing the job efficiently, effectively, skills required to accomplish your daily task, they are called as technical skills. These technical skills are usually associated with okay, give me a second, something is ठीक है. So making your way into various positions including store manager, district manager, they are having the technical skills. Human skills. So this human skill, this is associated with the lower level. Human skills is your middle level. Maintaining the relationship, ability to work with the organization in a group as well as individually, ability to communicate the things, ability to motivate, ability to understand, ability to interpret, ability to individualize the objective, that is human skills. Simple understanding what is called as interpersonal relation. Conceptual, understanding concept means if I am dealing with online education, is the online education only about taking the online classes? No. Conceptualizing the big picture, what is online education can do to the world, what online education can bring changes to the environment or the society, that analyzing that concept is called conceptual skill. This is at the higher level, associated with higher level, top level. Ability to think, conceptualize about abstract and complex situation. Managers' ability to think in abstract, understanding all overall working organization and its environment, allowed to see the big picture. Clear? These are the management skills given by Robert L. Katz. Chalo, let me know. Yes, this is top conceptual, human skills is middle, technical skills is lower level. Okay. Fine. So in next class, we will continue line manager and staff. This is for the day. Tomorrow I will try to take little 1.5 hour session. Okay. Conceptual is, Rashmi, let's say you have started a business. Your business is providing services related to like um, let's say services, spiritual services. Now this is not a kind of a business, but let's say you are trying to make spirituality as a business. So when you are trying to make spirituality as a business, how you are going to, what is the concept behind this, right? जैसे कि आपने, अगर आपने वो देखा होगा Shark Tank. What is that? Shark Tank. Every person who is coming with the business objective or business idea, they explain their concept कि इस बिजनेस से वो करना क्या चाहते हैं. किसी भी बिजनेस, जैसे टॉयज हो गया, ऑनलाइन टॉयज प्रोवाइड करना, ऑनलाइन सर्विसेज देना. Right now we are having like few example, Blinkit, grocery online. So when you are providing grocery online, understanding that grocery, how grocery would be provided online is not easy for the normal man to understand. It is the higher level that grocery, how grocery would be, conceptualizing those things, showing a big picture that what is the market we are going to cover through this. That is called as conceptual skills, right? ठीक है. So that was the session for the day. I hope you understood, you enjoyed it, you liked it. And today by evening I will upload the ppm's PDF, updated one. You can just go through by yourself. I mean to say, you can refer it and read it. Thank you so much, each one of you, for being there. Okay, any query, any question, you can always ask me in the Telegram or ask me in the you can say the chat section of the app. Okay, so thank you.